Like, okay, for the future, and what's something that for the maybe the environment that we're living in, how can we use the skill that I teach you to cope, for example?
Is that the future needs to know something about now in order to remember who we are, who we were, and how we can not make the same mistakes again.
Yeah, I think that as people in some capacity lose their ability to communicate as well through written or spoken language, like people are abbreviating words in text messages, or substituting icons for emotions. I think using the body as a medium of expressing whatever is inside is very crucial, and it's a skill that people might need more and more.
So I'm thinking about like the education systems. I'm thinking about if art could be not just like to training a professional artist, it could be back to training how can people to live better world.
So I'm thinking the future is kind of in a very pessimistic way. And so I'm thinking about probably in the future people don't really have much food, but if they do need the nutrition from the future, probably vegetable, whatever they can find, and it's the food probably have to change the style in the future, just like very simple food, but that could be very delicious. That's what I feel for the future. So that's why I want to teach you how to make delicious food with a very simple material.
And I work a lot with technology, and so I tend to think in technology-wise. So that's one of my thoughts. So about how the future will be in terms of technology. But what I really would like to be, and I think it's gonna be, like the relation that you have with machines, like computers, for example, will be like a more natural. It's like the idea that computer will be embedded in everyday objects, in everyday things. For example, in this chair or this table. So so the computer will dissolve. So the computer will disappear as we know it, like this laptop or desktop thing, and it will be embedded into like anything, chairs, tables, phones, whatever. So I think it's gonna be more or less in this direction. This is what I really hope.
I also think that as the world becomes more globally oriented, education becomes more and more competitive at every level, to the point where, especially in Asia, children have homework until 11 o'clock at night at the age of 9. So I think learning how to refine the body and use it as a means of expression is also going to be really important.
I am going to teach you a technique. It's called EFT. By definition, it's emotional freedom technique, and it's developed in the States. This technique is merged between the Chinese meridian and the Western psychology. So we'll do certain tapping and asking questions.
In the very beginning, we will make the square. We'll make a square, and they have 100 squares, small squares, connect to the big squares, 100s. And our teacher will tell them, you can, in the very beginning, we will gather a color like the spring, winter from seasons. Mm-hmm. You can make your own spring. Why is your own spring? Why is your own summer? Is the first lesson, and continue. We will give like please give me the 100 white. Please give me the 100 blacks. But you will be very interesting because even the black, even the white, you can see the difference. Yeah. So I think it's the best way to learn the people or the children to more sensitive for looking for the different from even the blacks. even the Y's.
Okay, what my practice is more mentally oriented, you know. Yeah, just think about, do we need it? Okay, do we need this? Or if I need it, if I need something, you know, is there any option? Yeah, so so think about the next question, is there any option? And if there's some option for that, then you can compare which one is friendly to this or friendly to people and friendly to you. Yeah, that's the next thing you can ask yourself. That is something I practice. Maybe you can practice too. Yeah, I practice that a lot.
What are you going to teach me?
Oh, we're on already?
We're on.
already. Okay, so we're gonna. The second life skill I want to teach Amy is how to be upside down. Why? Because if the world keeps going the way it's going, everything is sort of going to be like turned upside down, I think. You know, it doesn't mean that the world is going to actually flip upside down, but certain things are going to feel like it's upside down. Like the weather is going to change and all those things. And so, metaphorically, but really in reality as well, I think it's going to be a good skill to see the world, to be able to relate to the world from an upside down position. Because if everything is upside down, if you're also upside down, then everything's going to be normal.
And also I was thinking maybe the mantra that I do, you can say it whichever way you like it. You can say Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. It's so it there's a frequency as you say it. Your body, because of the wave, so it's like a positive frequency. Or you could sing it whichever way.
So I think if we put like this, and if we put like this, try to press. Yeah. So it's just yeah.